Hello student, today I am taking social science class 10th economics chapter 3 money and credit. Here we are going to study about what are the medium of exchange in the past and what were in the recent and what are the different types of credit activities are going on in the market, that we will study in the details. We will study how the money will act as a medium of exchange, modern form of money, loan activities of banks and two different credit situations. Now see this, the use of money, it was a very large part of everyday life. When we look around yourself, it will be easily be able to identify several transactions. All the transaction will be involved with the money. If there is no money, there will be no transaction in any single day. So you see, in many of these transactions, goods are being bought and sold with the use of money. If you want to bought, sold all the things, we need the money, then it will be possible. So you see, in some of these transactions, services are being exchanged with the money. The concept of money is not recent phenomena. It gradually transformed from a medium of exchange to an important intermediate for purchasing goods and services. Now earlier time, when there is no exchange of money and all, during that time how the people will be transact, they are doing the barter system of exchange method. See what happened in this, before the advent of the money, people follow barter system of exchange. Means in barter system, the goods are directly exchanged, like without use of money. Two or more parties, what they are doing, who will agree to each other with agreed to exchange the goods. So in this way they are exchanging the goods. It is known as double coincidence of wants. For example, how? See, a farmer exchange wheat, because a farmer is having wheat and one person is having cloth and farmers want cloth. So what he do? Farmer exchange wheat for cloth. The major drop, so what? Those who need the cloth, they will, and first they will search. One farmer is having wheat and one person is having cloth. Farmer want cloth and what? Those who want wheat. So what they do? They will exchange with each. But is there drawbacks? Yes. The major drawbacks of the barter system was lack of double coincidence of wants and there was no common value for exchange. Suppose the farmer want cloth, but those were giving the cloth, but he don't need wheat. So how it will transaction will be taken? It was a big drawbacks of this. So the use of money eliminate this need of double coincidence of the wants and it was accepted as a common medium of exchange and it is easily and it could be easily stored. Modern form of money. What is called modern form of money? Money is something that can act as a medium of exchange in transaction. Do you know? Modern forms of money including currency like paper notes and coins. And before the introduction of coins, a variety of objects they are using like grains, cattle were used as a money. After that, they started using metallic coins of gold, silver, copper, etc. all were started. What is called currency? Now modern form of money includes currency like paper notes and coins. Unlike the things that were used money earlier, modern currency is not made precious metals now and such as gold, silver and copper, as unlike grain and cattle. Now they are neither for everyday use. So the modern currency is without any use of its own. So you see, then question comes, why it is accepted as a medium of exchange? Why we are accept? Because the currency is authorized by the government of the country. That is why we are accepting, because it is authorized by our country. That is why we are accepting this currency. Now next, in India, which is the main institution who will release this currency? So in India, the Reserve Bank of India, it issues currency notes. on behalf of the central government. As per India law, no other individual or any organization is allowed to issue currency. Moreover, the law legalizes how to use of rupees as a medium of payment, and that now it cannot be refused in setting transactions in India. No individual in India can legally refuse a payment made in rupees. Hence, the rupees were widely accepted as a medium of exchange. Now questions come, okay, the Reserve Bank, it issues the currencies and under the government rules and all. But there is a main function, transaction of the money and all. You can see the bank. So how we are deposit the money in the banks, how they function. See, deposit with the banks, other things you see. The other form in money, the people hold money as a deposit. Now, the person having lot of money and it is under the, so where can they deposit? So they will get some benefit of it. So they can deposit this money in the bank. At point of time, people need only some currency for day-to-day needs. So what the people do? The people who deposit the extra money in banks, how they deposit there? First they will open a bank account in their name, bank accept the deposits and also pay amount as an interest on the deposits. So in this way, people money is safe with the banks and it earns amount as interest. So the money of the people, they want to make it safe. Where can they deposit? They can deposit in the bank. And what is the benefit of it? Because they will get some interest also, the money which is deposited in the bank. Second, people also have a provision to withdraw the money. Whenever they need, they withdraw the money and when they require. Since the deposit in the bank accounts can be withdrawn on demand because he needs. So these deposits are called demand deposits. So one question make here, what is called demand deposits? What do you write? The deposit in the banks on the account can be withdrawn on demand. So these deposits are called demand deposits. Now, demand deposits, it offer another interesting facilities also. It is this facility which lend to essential characteristics of money like the payment being made by check instead of cash. For the payment through check, what happened here? The payers who has an account with the bank makes out a check for specific amount and the check is a paper instructing. What is check? So check is a paper instructing the bank to pay a specific amount from the person's account to the person whose name is written on the check has been issued. So in this, it is a easy way to transfer the money. Next, so the demand deposit share the essential features of the money. The facility of check against demand deposit makes it possible directly settle payment without the use of cash. Since the demand deposits are accepted widely as means of payment along with the currency and they constitute money in the modern economy. Now, the role of the bank here, what is the role of the bank here? So, the role that banks play here, but for the banks there would be no demand, no deposit, no payment by checks against these deposits. So, the modern form of money in the currency and deposits are closely linked to the working of modern banking systems. Now, how the bank issues loan activities. See, what do the banks do? One question comes, we are depositing our money in the banks. So, what the bank is doing? See, what do the banks do with these deposits and which they accept for the public? Second one, there is an interesting mechanism when we see how the bank will be work. The bank keeps only small proportion of their deposit cash themselves, means they are using our money. They are having self is very less amount. See, for example, bank in India these days, do you know, they hold about only 15% of their deposit as cash, मीन्स बैंक का अपना कितना रहता है, ओनली 50%, and this is kept as a provision. Why they kept this 15%? Because to pay the depositors who might come to withdraw money from the bank on any given day. Since any particular day only some of its many depositors come to withdraw cash, so during that time the bank is able to manage with this cash. That is why they keep their 15% deposit as a cash. Now bank use, do you know, bank use major portion of the deposits to extend loans, means our money, and there is a huge demand for the loans for various economic activities. So bank make use of these deposits to meet the loan requirement. Those who have surplus funds, the depositors, and those who are need in funds, the borrowers. So there are two peoples, one is depositors and one is borrower. Now bank charge, do you know what the bank is doing? They charge higher interest rate on loan and that what they offers on deposits. So the difference between what charge from the borrower and what is paid to the depositor is the main source of the income for the bank. Next, credit. What is called credit? Credit or loan refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies to borrower money, goods or services with the promises of future payment. A large number of transactions, do you know, in our day-to-day activities involving credit in same form the other. You can see two different credit situations. See, first one, in the first situation, credit used to meet production expenses, means when the production is complete, so what happened, then it increase earnings. So here credits play a vital and positive role. We can see the example. For example, Salim, he is a manufacturer that credit for his business. How he is taking credit? See, during the festival season, he received large order from the traders that to complete production on time. He asked the raw material supplier, so he have to finish in the time. So he asked the raw material supplier to some material on credit, and he also obtained a cash loan from the bank, from the traders, and advance payment for the goods to be supplied. So what happened later? At the end of the manufacturing cycle, Salim is able to deliver the order properly at the time and make a good profit and repay the money he had borrowed, he had returned, and this helped to increase his earning, and therefore the person is better off than before. So you have seen what is a good benefit for that credit. Now you see in the second situation, sometimes it will put back. In the second situation, the credit pushes the borrower into situation from which recovery is very painful. Earlier I have seen Salim, he get profit, but in this situation you see they are going in the debt. This happens mostly, you can see, in the rural areas. See, we can see the example here, Swapna. She takes loan from the money lender to grow groundnut. She hopes that her harvest will be finished, so she would help to repay loan. She will given back the loan. Now, midday through the seasons, what happened? The crop is hit by pests and the crop will be failed. What happened? She is unable to repay the money lenders back the money, and she gone on debt. Grows over the year into large amount. Now, what happened next year? Swapna again taken a fresh loan for cultivation. Now, in this year what happened? The normal crop will be grown and she is caught in debt. Why? Because she have to pay the early interest and this year also. So she has to sell a part of the land. She is not able to again return the loan. So what? She has to sell a part of the land to pay off the debt. So in this situation, what are the conditions? Because here the crop will be failure, the credit pushes Swapna into debt trap and her conditions become worse than before. So you have seen what are the two main for the credit. Sometimes credit, if all will be done properly, then the person will get profit, or sometimes it will make them debt. So now in the next class we will take some examples for the credits, and thank you.